Good afternoon, Mr. Trejo. I hope you're doing great. Once again, I want to start by saying I want to thank God for allowing me for being in this position to be turning in my last homework for this semester. It was a great semester. I learned a lot, and I'm preparing myself when I ever go to the classroom. I can be a good teacher just like you, Mr. Tony. Well, in this month we learn about the assessment, the importance of assessment, and also we learn and how to put it into practice. Assessment is not just evaluating our student or grading a student for something they did. Assessment is a process, and it's a long process. And in the process, we cannot stress the ability of the students. We have to get what the students are strong on to beat what they weak on, because assessment is to see what the students are good. Maybe the students is good at writing, but maybe he's not good at speaking. So can we say, hey, try to write and speak at the same time? Try to speak it and memorize it in your mind. So it can be easier for you when you speak. Or maybe the student can speak, but he cannot write. So what are we gonna do there? Oh well, here's a book. Read more. Oh what? You know what? I'm gonna do more homework of reading. And can you please? Well, I will ask a couple questions, so the students will be reading and answering the questions. So assessment is just something on that process where we, as teachers, allowing us to transform the students to a better learning environment. And also we have indirect or direct tests where we are some tests we cannot just we can grade them, but it's not going to be a grade, it's going to go on the record, right? Or there's time to get serious, and we're going to be like, okay, this is the final exam. This is where I'm going to see if I'm doing the right assessment. Am I doing the right things for the student to learn? Am I teaching the right way? Am my activities good enough for them? Am I speaking too much words that they don't understand? Am I being hard on them? Right? Some questions that us teacher will need to ask. We can't just be giving them homeworks and homeworks and homework and expect them to be perfect and be fine if us don't put our mind and put ourselves on their shoes and say, well, this is hard for me. I bet it's going to be very difficult for them. So, assessment is, you got to, it's a process. It's just the whole process where the teacher has to, put, evaluate themselves. Hey, is this hard for me? When I was in that process, my teacher taught me this? Or how? Or how did I learn good? Or how did I prepare myself um, better, right? Because the whole goal of assessment is to make them improvement, measure them, um, and so when it comes to grading, the student will be disappointed, or I won't be disappointed. Well, if I'm going to be disappointed if I don't put my effort, if I don't put different activities, put myself on their shoes, explain more, or to have my eyes open in the class. If I just go in there and just give paperwork and don't pay attention, don't interact with the students, I'm not gonna know nothing. Just like this YouTuber, he said, I'm famous and I'm making a good living because I read the comment where people write to me. That's how I know I interact, what I got to do. That's how I know where I need to work on. Because I read the comment what people are writing. I read the bad, I read the good, right? And I improve. And that what makes me stand out. So a teacher has to go in the class and see the students. Okay, this student is quiet. Oh, the students like to talk. Oh, this student is lazy. He needs more motivation. So we have to assemble the whole classroom for us to have a good vision, a good vision of what we had to work on. And when we know that, it's gonna be very easy making a test, making a activity, making a homework, because the satisfaction is when that a teacher satisfaction is when that student does what he has to do and turns his homework and gets a 8. Wow, a 9. Wow, a 10. Fantastic. That's when our payoff and say, well, I'm doing my job. It's not when we receive a paycheck. A paycheck, is just like evaluating them. They doing a good job. They studying. They put in their effort, and at the end they getting a grade. Well, a teacher, our satisfaction is when we see our students improving. They're getting better. They're interacting. Why? Because we assess. We know what they like and we know what they don't like, and that's how we're gonna give feedbacks. And the more we pay attention, the more we interact with the students, the better we're gonna get. Having that conversations, having the comfort, allowing the students to give opinion, allowing the students to ask questions, right? Or asking, have you have any doubts? Is this time to speak? They're like, hey teacher, can you please help us on this? All right. So now when you're doing your homework or you're doing your classwork plan, you're gonna know, okay, I remember 5 students asked me how to pronounce this or how to say this. And that's how you gonna work and give them good feedback. And that's how the students, they're gonna enjoy your class and they're gonna wanna be there with you. So assessment is very important. It's very important. It's something that we have to keep in mind and we have to push to our student, as well as writing. We were talking about writing. We're losing the art of writing. A lot of kids nowadays, we all we do is want to type. All we want to do is vibrate the words LOL, OMG, or emojis faces. We are losing that. We're losing that salt, and God said, "Don't lose the salt. Don't lose the spice." So, us teacher, we have to keep that spice living. We have to make our students pursue writing more, as well as speaking. Speaking. A lot of us, we just want to send message as well. So it's a balance. It's a balance. We have to have our students speaking and as well as writing, right? So that's how I'm gonna be able to do that is by assessment, by me preparing myself, by me know my surroundings, and for me to know the student's weakness and the strongest, and that's how I'm gonna attack for the students to get a better learning in class. Well, Mr. Trejo, thank you so much. God bless you. Hopefully, I see you. I pray to God, and yes, I am. Right? We got to be positive. We got to speak into assistance. I see you next semester, and we're gonna keep on going in this process, one step at a time. And I pray God first gives us the health, gives us the motivation, and gives us the energy to keep on pushing. Well, thank you so much. God bless.